Hey guys, Coldbrew here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got the artifact enhancement event. I wanted to show you guys a little bit on how to optimize artifact enhancement events so that you minimize the silver spend, right? Silver is very difficult to get it, and especially if you are a low spender, a free to play, mid-game player, silver will be very hard to get. And with these artifact enhancement events popping up every single time we've got fragment collection or a fusion or whatever, we've got at least 2 of them or sometimes 3 of them happening, and that is a lot of silver to actually acquire and finish this. And ideally you should be optimizing the way that you go about improving your account at the same time as you're doing the artifact enhancement. So I want to give you some tips. I hope you follow them. I hope you find them helpful. And also, if you've got some tips that I might have not shared during this video, I want to see those in the comments down below, because the viewers who really seek help during these times also go over in the comments and want to see some tips from maybe you guys out there. So let's get started. So artifact enhancement, this one takes 4,775 points to get the 5 fragments needed. You need 100 to pick up the champion, so you can't really miss any of these events, right? I need to get this one. Right now I'm at 85 fragments, I believe. I'll get some from the Fahrenheit, that's another 5, and I think there should be another one event coming up. Hopefully I don't want to do the dungeon divers, since I did the summon one, so I should be fine in terms of getting a high. So getting started, your gear, you're either gonna be upgrading your artifacts or your accessories, or both, okay? The most important tip is do not go for accessories. These take much more silver to upgrade, and I'll give you an example to avoid of just getting an item and getting it to 16. Let's pick up, let's say, this ring right here. No, that's a really bad ring to actually even showcase. So I'll pick up any accessory that I have at level 1, and I'll take it to 16 and just see the amount of silver required. So I'll take it to 12 just to show you on what I usually do. So I usually take the rings that are epic or so to 12 if I'm gonna do rings or accessories, and then if it doesn't roll my way, I just straight up sell it. All right, you can level it to 8 and again straight up sell it. Leveling it to 8 is actually even better, but for this one you saw on how bad these rolls are, just sell it. But now I'm just showing on how much silver this is gonna cost, okay? And boom, 1.2 million silver just to take it from level 12 to 16. And this one was a lucky one, right? Usually you'll see so bad rolls that might take you 2 million, 3 million silver, even 4 million. I've seen that before, and it really sucks. So don't do what I just did, and don't do it on accessories especially. Those will really just destroy your silver reserves and you won't see it happening. That being said, accessories are not bad to actually roll, because if you just roll them to 8, although it does cost still a lot of silver, 121,000, okay? If it doesn't go your way and you've got a lot of them, you just sell it and you get about 86,000 back. So that's only a 40,000 loss right there. So really it didn't hurt as much as it would have to level up an item and just keep it there. So you level it, you get the points, and then you move on. But the real points, the real efficiency comes in from gear. Normal gear right here is where you need to focus on and level up your items only during these events, unless you don't really care about the fragment summoning that is going on and you really want to level up the gear for something big, such as a clan boss team reshuffling, and you want to make your team stronger. It's ideally that thing only that I would recommend. Just gear up your clan boss team and don't really care about the fusion if you know the fusion is not going to change anything on your account, especially that. So clan boss team is priority. Get it the best team possible going, and after that you can do whatever you want. So ideally you'll have a lot of gear here at level 1, level 8 or something, and then it's the gear that you want to reconsider again. You'll get this gear again, you go here, level it to 8. Especially rares, there's no reason to go to level 12 unless this goes your way in terms of the rolling. So here what I meant would be a double roll either on crit rate or double roll on speed. That is an ideal roll for me. This one is on an ideal roll, and I'll explain why this is. This is because I have so much gear already that does have a double roll that this would have only been good if it again had a double roll on. But if your account is new, just having this sort of item there on your account will still be impactful, and especially on crit damage sets, savage sets, any good sets for your damage dealer. So have that in mind. Leveling it to 12 would only be good if you're looking for something like a crit damage roll. And especially if you don't get it, that is wasted silver, but it's the RNG that you're wishing to dive into. And a hope, really. That's what you're doing. You're hoping you get the crit damage roll here so that this becomes a proper item for your damage dealer. For me, this was a loss already at level 8. So I'm not doing the efficiency part right now. I'm just explaining the mistakes that people make. And in general gear, you have to be very brutal when you're selling it and when you're upgrading it. Be very careful when upgrading it. Be very brutal when you have it, because good gear is very difficult to get, and especially very difficult to also roll. So it's multiple layers, like layers. Think about it as layers of RNG luck that you need to get in order to get a good item. So again, you have an item at level 1, you roll it. Did it roll well? Did it roll a double on the stat that you wanted? Then good. Continue maybe to 12, and if it goes again your way, you can keep it, or just take it to 16 if it's a really good item. But what I usually do is I keep my level 16 upgrades to legendary pieces that roll well, or epic pieces. Ideally, you want to focus on your legendary pieces first, because those will be very few and also very impactful if you get them to 16. But don't just randomly upgrade legendary pieces because of, well, you just had them, okay? Upgrade them with the purpose of equipping them also on one of your champions. And if that's an epic, then do the epic and don't just do the legendary. But if it's just points that you're looking for, just go for the legendaries. All right, so let's pick up the 6-star legendary here that I have, and I'll try to find some level 1s that I've kept, but it's not easy for my account. I've got many of them already leveled up. So good example is this one, 6-star legendary regen set. So regen sets are fantastic for solo champions. Any champion that you're looking to equip in order to make him solo a dungeon, regen set is usually the case that you'll see him being showcased in. Resistance roll here would be amazing. Speed roll, HP percent roll. The crit damage is just it's something that I don't want, not at all. Ideally, this would have been accuracy, or no, it can't roll defense percent because this is a weapon, but ideally would have been accuracy or even crit rate. I would have been happy with this one, but let's see. I want any rolls other than crit damage, but again, my account is more strict. So even this one right now, I would think of selling it, but it's a regen set. It's a legendary item. I might get another speed roll here. If I get an HP percent roll, really this item is a loss for me. Okay, for anybody else out there, this might be a good item. It all depends on what other items you have as well. You have to consider that before just blindly upgrading items. But for me personally, this needs to roll either on speed or resistance to be worth it. It already rolled bad with crit damage, and I'm really hoping here that I get a roll. So I get an HP percent. Unfortunately, this will pretty much have no place on my account. I don't see how I can equip this on anybody that I have, because the champions I have that need regen already have regen. So I'll probably put it in champions that don't have any gear at all. I have many of those, and it's an easy way to boost up your account power if that's something that you want to do. So that's what I'll do probably, instead of just sell it, since I've got it at 16, and it's gonna be a straight up waste if I just sell it now. So I'll equip it on somebody and use it maybe in a, I don't know, a rare, only rares Doom Tower team. Those are you know, good to equip those. This one right here, I've got it already at 12. This one's that, again, a regen set, already double rolled on resistance, HP percent. This is fantastic for what you're looking for. High resist is something that you're looking for, so I'm gonna go 16 and boom, get a flat HP. It's still fine though, because of the resistance there with a glyph that can go to like 40 to 45. It depends on how lucky you are with that one. So that is what you do. You need to level up your items, consider them, okay? Get them to 8 first. Did it roll your way? Crit damage, accuracy here. I don't see this being at all useful, even though it's a legendary. This already rolled bad. I would have wanted speed and accuracy maybe there, but I didn't get speed once. Best case scenario, this rolls double on speed on 16, but that's a lot of silver for me to spend. And I've got many more gear, many more pieces of gear to actually gamble on my way to getting those 4,775 points. All right, that is what you need. You need to have that in mind. By the way, you can exit, go back, check the event, how many points you have, how much silver you have. Think about that, and don't be just straight up going in there, upgrading everything that you get because you want to finish the event quickly. With the instant upgrades that we have right now, we didn't used to have it before. With the instant upgrades, it's very easy for you to get ahead of yourself and think, okay, I've got the silver, I'll just straight up level 16 every single gear that I have and I'll get the points. This way you spend a lot of silver. If you do that, you upgrade items without actually seeing the luck. Okay, at level 8, then rolling it again, level 12, I got speed, HP percent, that might be good. This might not go your way. This is an example of that, but stone skin, it's really solid. And for this one, attack percent, I can use it maybe on a bomb champion. It doesn't have accuracy, so I don't know. I don't think this will be useful, but I'll keep it there. I'll have to see on my other attack percent gloves that I have for stone skin, but that is just an example of what you need to do. I think I had some protection gear that I didn't level up. Those I usually keep in the stone skin protection. I usually keep them after Hydra to roll them in these events because I don't have a lot of gear that is level 1. That's a protection and Hydra gear. That's usually the case that remains at level 1. So here I pretty much boosted it to level 12. This rolled well, a lot of speed there. I want to see a triple speed here. If it doesn't roll triple, it kind of sucks, but boom, look at that. Triple speed doesn't always happen, but when it does, this is pretty solid. If I want to have a protection set equipped champion, and the protection set itself gives a lot of speed also, so a 3-piece bonus, 12%, another 12% there, so it already helps a lot to look for the stats that the set is already boosting. Okay, for this one, I'm looking for those defensive stats, so defense percent or resistance, or like a high resistance build with protection. If I don't get those defense percent, I got that could roll a triple, and then I've got the freedom if I wanted to, if it that roll triple, to rework it. But don't have a lot of Chaosors. I pretty much save those for very specific purposes, and this is not one of them. Double rolls, not one of them. I actually save them for quad rolls now, just because of how long it has been for me to get a Chaosor. It's been crazy. So I do these and slowly level up my items. I sell them if that doesn't go my way on level 8, and then I pick up some silver back from what I've done. I've already spent about 9 million, so what I'm thinking about is I'm not even halfway there, honestly, in terms of finishing the event. But this is the method that you want to do. You want to see the rolls that you're getting, sell your items, move on to the next one. If you've got very few items, then you're pretty much very restricted. So I would say go back here, right, and see what other tournaments or events you need to complete, get more gear, and then start leveling that up. You can do level 4, but that is very long in terms of how long it takes for you to actually level up the gear and then sell it. Level 8 gives you a little bit more points, but level 4 gives you, I think, very minimum amount of points. I think level 4 is, yeah, 1 point or 2 points. It's still something, but again, you'll be tempted to fully level up the gear, and that will explode your silver resources. So what I'll do here is a little bit under the halfway point. I'll finish the event, and we'll have a look at how much silver I actually spent while doing what I've just mentioned. So being efficient and all that. I'm at 95 million, by the way, right now. I just finished the event and look at that, 4,820. I'm almost at the exact point. Didn't do much inefficiencies there. I did have a couple of items that I leveled to 16, and just because of how my account is very restrictive in what I can do, I don't have a lot of gear at level 1. I had some from the Fire Knight that I intentionally did not insta sell, so I leveled that to 8 and then sold it with very little net gain, but I still had net gain of silver. And then after that, I had some good gear that I leveled to 16. I'll show it to you guys right now. I think I had a chest piece that triple rolled there on crit rate, so that was pretty good. I think it was crit rate, crit damage. Yeah, this one right here triple rolled on crit rate, so I thought, yeah, I might as well take it to 16. This is definitely worth it. So that was a big chunk of silver going on there. And then I had 1 or 2 that I leveled to 16 that weren't worth it, but then this 5-star mythical was actually worth keeping, and it was this one. It triple rolled on speed, and just imagine that a triple rolled 6-star would be 22 speed, and this one is a quad roll at 23. So this is the difference a 5-star and a 6-star have. It's a lot of difference, and you got to get very lucky with the 5-stars to be at an equal part with the 6-stars. So have that in mind before you blindly level up the 5-stars, and only do it in very specific cases and if you've got the silver to spare. So I'm at 87 million after all that. Definitely, I think around the estimate of 15 million or so that somebody would use for artifact enhancements. Some people can do it even cheaper if you got a lot of gear to level up to 4 and 8 and then sell it. And you see that if you have such an account such as mine, it becomes even harder to have a lot of gear to be efficient. But again, end game accounts have a lot more silver because they're very brutal with what they get. We use, spend 1,000 energy on Fire Knight and we get one item. So that's a lot of silver that we get from selling. So that's it, guys, for today's video. I hope you find it helpful in completing the artifact enhancement event. We get many of these every single time, so I want to do these videos try every now and then to try and get you guys to have some more information on how to complete these as efficiently as possible. Not specifically for Supreme Elhain, but for any time this pops and you need to complete it. So this was the video for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.